Joining Logical Excess. It's Saturday, June 30th, 9:15 a.m., and this is The Witcher episode number 19.
I see.
Okay, so I guess really what I should have done off screen was empty my inventory 130 out of 170. But what do we have here? We're going to wrap up the scavenger hunts for the Witcher gear. So right now we're on the Grandmaster Manticore gear. We need to go find the cave where Lobioda once stayed. Let's take a look at the map here.
Hey-ya!
What in the world?
Go, go.
Say, while we're at it, let's just go explore this undiscovered location while we're here.
Come on, Roach.
Now I'm getting all confused now.
Slow now. Whoa. Come on. Not so fast, Roach.
Alright, what in the world? Am I getting all messed up here for?
Come on.
Excuse me. Well, that ended that before it hardly even started.
I do what they pay me to do, that's it.
Welcome.
How goes it? Well, out with it. Ah. Could I ever use a nap? Not even Dracos will talk without some character.
Hello, hello.
Hard to believe it's over. Thank you, Witcher.
Unsent letter. To be delivered personally to Damien Delatour, dear Commander, we the undersigned turn to you with a polite request to provide protection to our humble settlement on Cooper's Slope, for we live in fear of acts of rampage and destruction on the part of giants descending from Mount Gorgon. As recently as a week ago, one such giant attacked our Cooper's workshop, destroyed our yard, stole one of the barrels, and put it on his head, as if donning a helm. Heedless to our warnings that this contradicted the item's intended use and might lead to unpredictable side effects, it then fled towards the Saint-Satur River. The ducal paper pushers refuse to believe our words, and we are afraid those monsters will kill us all in our sleep. We thank you in advance for considering our humble plea. Amelia, Carol, Jacob, Gregor, and Caroline. Okay. So that was all that was here, was just a little bit of a, I guess, an abandoned settlement with just basically loot to help with your coffers.
Damn. Got a feeling I'm forgetting about something.
That's Gwent will be the aim.
Go, go.
If I see that tittering cat again, I swear it, I'll scratch her eyes out.
Slower.
Scrub often. Often. Bah. Bread at the spring to your side, wine poured.
Run, Roach. Come on now.
This is kind of cool, like a little walkway to a garden up in the hills. But I've already been here, I think. Maybe this was put here just to get a scenic view, because it sure is a scenic view, to say the least. Rulkan Outpost. New marker monster's nest.
Bees got their nest here.
Samuel Aids notes, Father's hounding me to do some chores again. With all this nagging, I shall never finish my ingenious mechanism. At least Mumsy supports me and lent me her mirror, along with the 2 others I bought with my savings. I'll be able to test whether the device I've invented will indeed work, but first I shall sum up the beginning of my tale, for the benefit of any who happen upon it only at this moment. My dearest love, Alligae Elise, dwells with her family at an estate snuggled in a valley, so deep that between September and March the sun is continually hidden behind the abutting slopes. All the residents of this settlement must live in constant twilight and darkness for these long months, yet soon this perennial torture will be but a dark memory. My invention is brilliant in its simplicity. Atop one of the nearby mountains I shall install a system of mirrors to reflect the rays of the sun towards her manor. That's it, haha. It was worth it, all those long nights spent at the Imperial Academy Library during my studies perfecting my skills in arithmetic and alchemy. I would like to test my discovery today, but Father keeps shouting that my contraption will only attract a few feeble-minded magpies to doo-doo all over our abode, or even worse, bring in a flock of harpies. But he's always got a problem with everything. I'll wait until he leaves for town to set up my mirrors in a flash.
Come on, Roach. That's it, Roach. Slower.
Peacocks.
Come on.
He's no hero. That's the butcher of Blaviken. Leota's chat tears upon the roaring harbour.
If only I could afford that horse to myself.
Seethe Legad, Gorgon Foothills.
Hey there. Come on, Roach. How you like that silver? Nuts. Fast, Roach. Go, go.
See, we have a cave entrance here, and I have no idea what's inside.
Damn it. What's going on here?
What in the world?
Nude women in a cave? Something's not right.
Yeah, this seems like another one of those freaking vampires again.
Brooks, they might have been hallucinations. Sure as hell fought as if they were real. Beggars here? Must be a test.
Do not avert your eyes. Help!
Arms for the poor, son. Help a poor soul.
Last one. Wonder what'll happen now. Not seeing visions anymore. Hope that's the end of that.
Merton's notes. It is done. I have reached the Cave of Tribulations and stepped into the hallowed confines of the hidden chapel. Never shall I forget what I have been through. I was attacked by giant fire-breathing creatures, power monstrosities akin to drowners crossed with Andrega, men with the faces of wild animals, yet Lebiota smiled on me and saw fit to let me survive this harrying gauntlet. At its end, here in the hidden chapel, I surrendered myself to meditation immediately. He filled my mind with a vision of a lake whose crystal clear waters surrounded me, penetrated my soul, and cleansed it of all wickedness and villainy. When I awoke, I was certain what Lebiota had designated as the last station on my pilgrimage, the Lake of Cleansing, where Lebiota healed the bodies and spirits of his followers. Following the advice of the sage known as the Great Beggar, in whose wisdom I basked at the temple of Lebiota, I pray all is well with him and the people of his village. I have understood he only speaks the truth and means them no harm. I shall now leave behind further things binding me to my former life. Doing so is not easy. However, for acquiring these diagrams once cost me a great deal of time, energy, and sacrifice, but I know that this is the right path. Let Lebiota accept my humble offering. I now continue onward towards the lake of cleansing. Though my road is difficult and full of sacrifices, it grows ever more straight and clear, and I feel a lightness in my soul, my certainty. I walk the right path that grows strong as iron, firm as steel. Praise be to Lebiota.
Burton went to the lakeside to seek final atonement. Look into it. Wonder if it's a relic of some sort.
I feel like I'm going in circles here. I guess that's all that's in here. I was thinking there may have been more. But there's some creature, like right here. Put a marker here where I'm standing. Yeah. Holy crap. All right, we got sidetracked a little bit there.
That's it, Roach. Come on.
Seed Ligad Amphitheater.
Damn it.
It's like an open amphitheater, but it looks like it's not in use anymore. Hidden treasure. Perfume lace journal. Fragment of a journal laced with perfume smelling of bergamot, jasmine, and cedar. 29th of Blythe. Finally, I found a solution for the Imperial Dramatic Academy examinations. I'll shall reenact Elsa de Longpres' most famous role, her final performance, the one where she died on stage, the most perfect actorly act that has ever been acted. Then they will be forced to advance me. First, Fien. This role is too difficult. My teacher's still not pleased. Perhaps I simply lack the talent. It is hard to measure up to Elsa's legend. Fifth, Fien. Yes, now I know what I was missing. I must feel the role, recreate the entire evening at the amphitheater with candles, wine, the works, just like Elsa once did. The aura of that place might provide the help I need. They say that Elsa spent nearly her entire life there. Folk claim the amphitheater is haunted, and that is why no more plays are performed there. Apparently everyone who has tried to act out Elsa's scene on that amphitheater stage has died in the mysterious circumstances. Old wives' tales. Even if it is haunted, I believe Elsa's spirit will give me its blessing. 7th, Fien. Tonight I set out. I have prepared candles and acquired 2 bottles of the very same wine Elsa drank right before her death. I will rehearse and rehearse and rehearse until at last I feel, I believe indeed, I am Elsa. Fragment of a script highlighted in red ink. The day now dies. It collapses into itself, as does my soul. Darkness like a stifling vapor shall soon swallow me. No, now I am at last ready to renew the memory of Ghost in my heart. I shall light the candles. Let the first flicker for the lad, a mere child who was smitten and perished on the field of battle at high noon, without a murmur. Let now the second flicker for he who wished well, and never surfaced to see the light of this world again. Let the third flicker for the husband, handsome as a statue, cold as a stone, who left me alone in the darkness departed. Anonymously he died in the woods, he perished. Let the fourth flicker for he who loved so beautifully, so heatedly delighted, and in this fire was consumed. Let the fifth flicker for you, my beloved, my faithful companion, my hapless husband, racked by disease. You lie in the earth most shallowly of all candles now flicker, so lovely, so white, men, boys, husbands, mine, all, I love you to the last. Now behold the wine, I drink it, and with it sanctify your memory.
Girl reenacted the marked scene, looks like, and expired. Or did something kill her? Wonder what'll happen if I reenact the scene.
Let's see, what did I just get? we'll come back to this one because I want to get on with the scavenger hunt quest.
Damn, something's seriously wrong here. Let's dance.
Thank you, friend, for saving my enchained knightly bum. It is right and fitting, Witcher, that the Duchessa summoned and you came.
Orders on dirty parchment. Lads, some knight errant's wandering our turf. Bad enough Quail set his Nilfgaardian boyfriend after us. Now we've got this idiot to deal with, but don't get too elaborate about it. No raping or impaling or eye gouging or whatnot. Cut off his head and get out. Grey Bill Pellegrin.
By my troth, it is the Witcher who saved us from woe.
Pheromone's blade. This is a old building or foundation. Not even on the map. Okay. All right, we're back on the main road here. So let's quick travel to the Termesh Palace ruins. Termesh Palace ruins. Remember that.
Damn it.
Oh crap. Man, these things are annoying. Elven Sanctuary Ruins. These are freaking vampires. Professor Noel Evor's journal. Journal has been kept chaotically, full of stains, blots, and incomprehensible scribblings, and the entries are not dated. Every day I regret what I said then. How could I have been so foolish? Why did I not agree to become her assistant? Fie upon you, base ambition. Oh, Isabel, forgive me. Enough inaction. I'm off to Beauclair. If I find you alive, Isabel, I will fall on my knees and plead forgiveness. And if you're gone, enough of this wallowing in self-pity. Time to get to work. I have chosen the most talented and hard-working of my students. And for my assistant, I have named my most clever adjunct, Philip Borut. The Academy Chancellery has accepted the plan for our expedition. We need but collect our equipment, then hit the road. Unbelievable. Philip had the audacity to point out to me that eating egg salad sandwiches while traveling in a closed carriage is poor manners. What arrogance, and to think I prize him above all my adjuncts. I could not have imagined a worse start to our 8-week journey. A few pages are stuck together by some sticky substance. Mayonnaise, perhaps? We have arrived. I fear entering these ruins. I fear what I shall find there. I think I lack the strength to face the truth. That impertinent upstart Philip Borut is driving me completely mad. He's accused me of idleness and indecision. How dare he hurl such insults in the presence of other members of our expedition? He does not understand who my beloved Isabella was, but who she is to me. I do not wish to. I cannot face the truth. I'm off alone at the moment, for I do not wish them to see me when I find. I will begin by searching the ruins of the temple abutting the river. Old letter. Letter appears to have been read hundreds of times. Some words have worn away. My dearest Noel, I know you don't support my decision. Understand it was not easy for me, but I have decided I will lead the expedition to the Termes ruins. The information I might acquire there will mark a new height in my career, an eligible fragment. I do not know what arguments I would have to use for you to understand. I do not seek to rival you. I understand that this is a matter of ambition to you, but our scholarly work should not affect things between us. I believe once you have pieced it all together in your head, you will join us as my assistant, and together we shall discover a legible fragment. Yours forever, Isabel. I need to repair my weapon. Huh.
Come on. The cave Merton mentioned. Need to look around. Slips of paper all over. Prayer on each one. Maybe Merton left one too.
Remember to seek moderation in all things, in drink and victuals and the pleasures of the flesh. For whoever shall abuse these pleasures shall awake the next month in great pain with a pounding head and a wilted member. And nobody wants a wilted member. Do not unto thy neighbor what thou thyself deemest unpleasant, unless thy neighbor hath done thee sorely wrong, and rife with vileness were his deeds. Please bless Mummy with good health. Great Lebiota, make her well and make her never get so awful pissed again. Antoinette. Oh, great Lebiota, make my fields yield bounties and save them from floods and drought. But only my fields, mind you. My neighbor has had enough luck of late. Gaston. Thou shalt always speaketh the truth, unless the truth is not well served by being spoken, in which case thou shalt lie. Let me be beaut, and may lice gnaw on that strumpet Maria's fat hiney. Babette. Text smeared. Already asked Melitile. I've been to the druids and nothing, so maybe you, great Lebiota, will hear my prayer. I want to be old, ugly, and fat, for I'm sick and tired of staring at all these fair folk. They're as dull as ditch water. I at least aspire to be interesting. Quentin. Merton's Prayer. 7th of Fiane 1203. Bless me with strength, that I may never falter. Bless me with grace, that I may never doubt. Bless me with fortitude of spirit, that I may leave behind the old, and embrace the new with courage. I, Merton, a member of the Guild of Witchers, named after the Manticore, begin this day my pilgrimage here in the very cave where, for 23 days and 23 nights, Lebiota fasted and meditated. I vow to atone for my sins, to walk the path of redemption, and rid myself of all that ties me to my old life, so that I may stand proudly among the disciples of the highest and proclaim myself a new man. I shall thus now journey to the temple of Lebiota to meet with the great beggar, a sage who has pondered the pearls of Lebiota more than any else in this sad vale of tears. I shall listen to his counsel and follow his guidance on my road to absolution.
There we are. Merton wrote a prayer on the back of the diagram. Seems he left the prison, came here, and went on to the temple.
Lebiota, blessed be thy name. Please let my son Julian reach Kovir safely. Let him find a little lady at last, one well born with ample tracts of land. Pascal. Text smeared. And may Jean-Luc be struck down and his bowels devoured by cholera, for he is a lecher and harlot's brood like few others. Bastian. Verily I say unto you, give alms to the poor, yet deposit not a whole watermelon upon a beggar's lap, but merely half, lest the beggar's joy strike him with apoplexy.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
The temple Merton wrote about seems like. Should look around. Might find something interesting. Spectre in a place like this, behind a wall. Some poor fellow up. Spirit can't rest in peace.
Whoa!
Spirit won't rest in peace until I bury the remains. Some sarcophagi in the first chamber. One of them could work.
The tenebrous wilderness of Caed Mirkvid, in the northwestern region of the Duchy of Toussaint, past the Blesher River, there lies the forest of Caed Mirkvid, a druidic sanctuary which, as a result of treaties signed with the duchy's rulers, enjoys full autonomy in its internal affairs. The forest is one of the main reserves of the Beauclair oak, a significant component of the local cooperage industry. With ecological balance in mind and following agreements between Cooper's Guild and the Flaminica, the leader of the circle, oak felling in the forest is currently subject to strict supervision. In 1267, when the Flaminica granted asylum to druids from Cade Dieu in Angren, fighting broke out within the sanctuary. The bandits who tried to escape justice in the forest were burnt alive in wicker hags to set an example. Since then, the borders of Cade Mirkvid have been protected by strong magical barriers, and to be honest, I would not recommend visiting this region without an invitation from the Flaminica. From Petrin Phalison's Guide to Toussaint. I think I've read this over and over again. I read that in The Witcher Vanilla. The Great Beggar's Journal, 7th of Fienne, 1203. The attacks have grown more forceful. The residents of the nearby village who oppose my presence become more aggressive by the day. They do not like that I speak the truth about their former deities. They cannot understand they will only find salvation in Lebiota. They threaten me with death, but if I am to die for Lebiota, if that is the destiny of the prophet has marked out for me, I shall fulfill it with a broad smile on my face. 14th of Fienne, 1203. I have just parted with a most marvelous guest, a true convert, a man of extraordinary yearning for truth and faith. He's called Merton, and was once a witcher, but has abandoned that dishonorable trade and embarked on the path of truth. We spoke at length and sat together for hours in meditation and prayer. To better honor Lebiota, he left behind here many goods which symbolized his attachment to his former life. He has made great progress. Oh, if only all the disciples of Lebiota were so fervent in their faith, this world would be a better place. Merton confessed to me the bitter truth about the foul deeds he had wrought in his past life. I told him if he is to obtain cleansing, he must go to the hidden chapel. Reaching this bleak place, which is carved out of rock and hidden with dangerous creatures, will in itself constitute a challenge and a trial. If Lebiota lets him enter the chapel's confines, it means he has forgiven his sins, his crimes, and so Merton went, let Lebiota guide his feet. The 19th of Fame, 1203. My fate is sealed. I shall die for my faith, for truth, for Lebiota. This night, folk from the village, a band of drunken thugs, attacked the temple. With hate and malice on their breath, they cried that since I am the great beggar, I should now beg Lebiota for mercy. They looted the temple, all of its treasures, thankfully leaving the books which they deem worthless, and walled me in to wither in a sealed tomb. If Lebiota does not send me help, I will die here. May my bones bear witness to his glory.
Ready. Soul should rest in peace now.
The words of the prophets are written on the sarcophagi. At a sacred site of the cult of the prophet of Lebiota, Geralt stumbled upon the remains of one of the prophet's most fervent adherents, a monk known as the Great Beggar. Alas, the poor man had been bricked up alive and left to starve in the wall of the chapel, so his restless soul promptly attacked the Witcher. Geralt knew that the only way to help the Great Beggar's soul to find peace was to give his remains a proper burial. Luckily, Geralt did not have to search far for an appropriate sarcophagus. He laid the Great Beggar's bones in a grave within the chapel, thus securing his rattled soul's eternal rest. Okay. Go to the Lake of Cleansing.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
Giddy up. Whoa there, Roach.
Let's meditate for about an hour to replenish our potions. Alright.
Ugly bastard.
Now, where'd you get them catty peepers?
Oh! There's a good chap. Thanks for the help. Works hard on the nerves, eh?
Eviction notice to Hubert and Giselle Duret. In connection to my recent acquisition of the Bassane farm, Badeau de Sacour, do hereby inform Cyrus Hubert and Giselle Duret, who currently inhabit said piece of real estate, that they are obliged to vacate the premises within no more than 7 days of receiving this notice. In the case of failure to comply with this warning, the matter will be referred to the appropriate enforcement bodies. This is a legally binding notice and has been prepared in accordance with the Act on the Bassane farm issued by the Beauclair magistrate. Sincerely, Countess Tiffany Badeau de Sacour.
Now where'd you get them catty peepers?
I'll finally be able to drink in peace. And I'll drink to your health, Witcher. My hand shakes so bad, I cannot hold my tools.
You could make yourself useful.
Now where'd you get them catty peepers? Now where'd you get them catty peepers?
Fetch this empty dead, sweep up here, botch it all.
Hey there, Witcher! Come, we must speak! Sacred blood! Killer style!
Let's get a haircut.
The werewolf. Did you kill it?
Mm-hmm.
It murdered folk, devoured sheep, ravaged the farm. Oh, what a relief that's done with. I thank you. If you wish, I shall give you a trim. I just need a moment. My hands are still shaking.
Oh, man.
What's a barber do on a farm like this?
He shears sheep, because sheep are calm, unlikely to scream at him if a lock is out of place or a color a touch off the desired shade. And here, no one threatens to shorten you by a head if you trim a bit too much.
Somebody threatened to do that to you?
To me? No. But, well, one hears things. I found it impossible to work under incessant pressure. But when I saw the notice, urgent specialist sheep shearer sort, well, I didn't give it a second thought. And it was pleasant at first, but then that werewolf appeared.
Just stick with the Elven Rebel cut.
Take care now.
Sacre bleu, killer style. Stick that necklace in your bloomers. Did you think I wouldn't see? Agreed.
I've been like that since I was a tot. Maybe it's because my mom is here.
Shut it. I've heard enough of that.
Gentlemen,
Let's not drink ale!
seems to me we
Circle
must
him!
report
Circle
about
him!
and salute is as good as done.
It's that Witcher! He's not
Show me what you got. Their lives away attacking an armed Witcher. I'll never know. Something wrong with my face? Lake Merton wrote about. Gotta be. Nice place. Pretty as hell.
Convert's prayer. I was a foul sinner, yet in Lebiota I found grace. I was unhappy, yet in Lebiota I found joy de vivre. I wasted away my life on pleasures of the flesh, laziness and revelry, yet in Lebiota I found a new calling. Here in the lake of cleansing I leave behind what binds me to the past sins. Let it remain here forever and always. Buckthorn. Merton's last letter. 32nd of Fiend 1203. My road has reached its end. I, Merton, having been given as a child to members of the Manticore Guild of Witchers, having been subjected to their vile mutations and refashioned by their destructive regime of training, do this day cease to be a Witcher. I have finished my pilgrimage and divested myself of all that tied me to my old life. I have journeyed to the hidden chapel in the cave of tribulations and survived. Today I am born anew. Here in the lake of cleansing I leave behind the last of the items which signify my attachment to my precious incarnation as a Witcher. Along with them I leave behind my cares, my grievances, and my obligations. I cast off all that I was, including my name. From now on I shall answer to Shavel. I am a new man. Thank you, most redoubtable Lebiota. I feel my new self pushing me onward to new lands and places which remain hidden for me. The good folk who helped me during my journey always said I must listen to my inner voice and follow it, for it is through that inner voice that Lebiota speaks to us. I shall not go against its will. I will set off north to Temeria, Aedirn, perhaps, even the Dragon Mountains. I will proclaim the glory of Lebiota and do good deeds, just as the prophet commanded.
his last stop.
Only once in his life had Geralt ever seen armor made from diagrams hailing from the school of the Manticore. What's more, said suit had been incomplete, and thus, truth be told, the worse for wear. So when the opportunity arose to assemble Manticore gear, and at the Grandmaster level to boot, the Witcher did not hesitate a moment before setting off in search of what was required. I venture to say none would have expected these diagrams' owner, the Witcher Merton, to convert honestly and truly to the creed embodied in the prophet Labiota. Geralt retraced Merton's story and stopped to think how perverse fate could sometimes prove, but he considered the matter but a brief moment, for he had in hand a complete set of diagrams needed to craft gear of the School of the Manticore, and he could now take the drawings to the right craftsman. And I am over encumbered.
Giddy up. Come on, Roach. Hey there.
Alright, Roach. Alright, this sucks being encumbered, man. I gotta do something about this. Crap. I really don't have time for these assholes. Oh, it's a Hans base. Okay. Okay, well let's head back to town. Let's clean our inventory out, and let's go talk to the Ducal Camerlengo, because I think we've performed some things. We've helped a knight in distress, and I think we'll get rewarded from that. And to be honest, I think I'm going to call the stream here. It's almost 2 hours in. It's 11 o'clock. I'm really haven't eaten any breakfast, and I can feel it. Like I got a little bit of a brain fog from just not eating. So I think it'd be a perfect time to call the stream here, and we'll pick this up maybe later this afternoon after I get some food in me and catch up on some dirty dishes in the sink.
Gonna be sick.
Dum dum dum.
Greetings.
What do you have on offer?
Get him to repair our gear. And there we go. Repair the equipped. Farewell.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
All right, folks. I'm gonna call the stream here. The only thing I'm gonna do is a little bit of inventory management, but really that should be saved for off screen, just because it's kind of boring. So I'm gonna end the stream here. This will be the end of The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine playthrough number 19. And later this afternoon, or maybe early tomorrow morning, I'll pick this back up and we'll start streaming again. So you guys have a good day. Peace out.